So we're looking at still at tangents. Tangents from a point outside the circle. It's page 12 of your notes. It turns out it is possible to draw two tangents from any point outside of a circle. So no matter what the point is, no matter where it is, you can draw two tangents to any given circle. Let's hope I can do it here now. Not bad. That one kind of cut through, but you get the idea. So from any point, you can draw two tangents to any given circle. So to find the equation of these two tangents can be difficult if you're starting off with just limited information, the point and some information about the circle. What you do is this: you find the center and the radius of the circle. How many times do we do that? An awful lot. We find the equation of the tangent in terms of having a slope of m, because we won't know what the slope is. We find the length of m in terms of m of the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle to the line, and you let this equal to the radius distance, and then you solve the equation to find two possible values for m, and hence find the equations of the tangents. So even explaining it there isn't as simple as some of the other ones, but basically, again, if you go through your steps, do what you know, and kind of go from there, keep following on step by step, you will get to the answer. So what do? We start off here. We have an example. We have this equation. We have a tangent at the point -2, 1, and we have the equation of the circle x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 4y plus 19 equals 0. What do we do next? Well, what we say is this: we're going to start off with these 2 points and these 2 bits of information. We have our point here -2, 1. We're going to get the center of the circle. We multiply -1/2 by -10 to get the 5. We multiply -1/2 by -4 to get the 2. So we now have our center of the circle. We can work out the radius by saying it's the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. Of course, we know the center is minus g minus f. I can have that as a -5 and a -2. It makes no difference because you're squaring it. And of course, we know that the circle is of the form x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. Okay, so we get the radius to be equal to the root of 10. So what do we do then? Well, we're going to do what we know. We're going to use the bit of information we have. The equation of any line through the point -2, 1 can be got by filling in the information we have. So y minus 1 is equal to m times x minus -2. Y minus 1 is m times x plus 2. Y minus 1 is equal to, multiplying the m through the bracket, mx plus 2m. Bring everything over to the left hand side. Well, actually what I'm doing here really is I'm starting off by bringing it to the right hand side. Mx minus y plus 2m minus 1, and then I'm just switching the 0 to the right hand side. Now this is of the form ax plus by plus c equals 0, by plus c equals 0. So this guy is the constant, 2m plus 1. Sometimes that can confuse students, but the m is not a variable, it is an unknown constant. There's going to be 2 values in this case for it. So we have the equation of these lines in the form of ax plus by plus c equals 0. In our case, mx minus y plus 2m plus 1 equals 0. We know the distance, the perpendicular distance of those lines to the center point is equal to root 10. So we do what we know. We say the perpendicular distance from the center, 5, 2, to the tangent is equal to the length of the radius. So we use our perpendicular distance formula. So remember, the a was m, the x coordinate of the center was 5, the b was -1, the y coordinate of the center was 2, and c was 2m plus 1. Underneath the line you got the square root of m squared plus -1 to be squared. It's all equal to root 10. We tidy it up as much as we can. So like once I tidy this up a little bit more, I'm going to have the modulus of 7m minus 1 over the square root of m squared plus 1. We got to, multiply this out and tidy it up. What I do here, in this case, I'm going to multiply my root 10 times my root m squared plus 1. We will remember that root a times root b is the square root of a times b. So here you're going to get the square root of 10m squared plus 10 equals the modulus of 7m minus 1. Square both sides, you get 10m squared plus 10 equals 49m squared minus 14m plus 1. And then we're just going to continue on. Just keep working away at it. You know, bring everything to the right hand side. You're going to get 0 is 39m squared minus 14m minus 9. So just move the 0 to the right hand side. We now have a quadratic. It factorizes to be 3m plus 1 times 13m minus 9 equals 0. We solve it to be m equals minus 1/3 and m is equal to 19 over 3. You'd breathe a sigh of relief then and say, wow, I got it. But then you look back at the question and it says, okay, we got to get the equations. Okay, so to find the equations, we got to sub in. So when m was equal to minus 1/3, you have the following equation. You know, that is the equation, right? Okay, we'll tidy up the minus 2/3 plus 1. But minus 2/3 plus 1, of course, would be plus 1/3 here when you simplify these two together. And then when you multiply everything by 3, you get minus x minus 3y plus 1 equals 0. Just to typically get it in the form of ax plus by plus c equals 0. You know, typically we like to have the first one as a positive. So we multiply everything up here by minus 1. And you get x plus 3y minus 1 equals 0. But you would definitely get full marks for that. Possibly even for this up here. So, well, that's just for one, of course. We have to get the second one. If m is equal to 9 over 13, we fill it in again. We multiply it through. So we have 18 over 13 plus 1. So what's that going to be? It's going to be 31 over 13. That's going to be 31 over 13. We're going to multiply everything then by 13. We're going to get 19x minus 13y plus 31 equals 0. And those are my two equations. Those are my two equations. So that is my final answer. So quite a lot of work in that one. If that comes up, you know, it would take students a good bit of time to do, and it would not be one that students would find too easy. With practice, of course, you can get there. But I hope you understand the concept properly now.